How would you sum up this year, Risco?
It's been difficult. I suppose we definitely had our challenges along the way, but in saying that, we've definitely learned a lot, and I think I think we've definitely grown as a whole group. I think we've definitely done that. But it's obviously a few things have happened. So towards the back end of the year, really pushed hard with our values and what we want to strive for. So definitely learned a lot.
So you must feel like the club's, or do you feel like the club's in a better place?
Well, I think it will be in the long run. We talk about setting the foundations right, and I think throughout what's happened during the year, but we speak about the foundations, and I think we've really set something that's going to last a long time.
Do you get nervous with an off-season approaching, given some of the shenanigans that have happened in the past?
Well, I think every year, every club goes through, this point in time where the season finishes up, and I think things do happen, and but this is just another opportunity for our blokes to really buy in and really understand the bigger picture and where we want to be and where we need to go to. So, are we worried? No. Can it happen? Yes. But I think with the group that we've got and what we've learned along the way, I think we should be right.
Do you have to have a chat, an extra chat to the guys?
Oh, we just went through a few little things today, just regarding what the expectations are. We've told them what's expected, and I'm sure they'll be buying in.
I think you're a finals team next year.
Well, we'd like to think so, but we get back in the pre-season, hopefully get a few more boys back in the park, and then we'll go from there.
And they always need to run injuries and whatnot. Is that blaming a lot of this season on the injuries?
I don't think it's just not the injuries. I think it's a combination of confidence and injuries and off-field stuff. So I think when you look at that, take that into consideration. I think once you move past that, and like I said, with the foundations next year, I'm sure everyone will be ready to go.
In the second half of the year, Touk Miller and Jesse Nottingham have really emerged as on-ball options next year. How exciting is that for midfield depth going forward?
It's good, and and this is what happens when you have a lot of injuries. Just gives guys opportunities, and Jesse's been really good, and also Touk. It just gives us something different that we can throw up in the midfield if nothing's working with some other guys. So, and then it's also good for their confidence as well, especially a young bloke, to be able to play all year, and majority of that in the midfield. So, which is a really good effort for those guys. So it's good for the club.
Michael, this will be Nick Marcheski's first game against the Swans since he came to the SUNS. Do you think there'll be a bit of extra feeling for him there, and how do you think he'll go?
I think I haven't spoken to him about it, but I think whenever you get a player that's going to a different club, there's probably going to be a little bit of nerves, but I haven't really spoken to him about it, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
How do you feel, Rish, when the finals start, another year into your career and you're not there, and the clock's ticking?
Yep.
How do you feel? How do you cope with it?
It's pretty disappointing. And like every AFL player, mate, you do the work, you do the pre-season, and it's a long season, and season's finished, and all you get to do is watch. So, mate, it's a bit difficult, but you just got to front up next year and really put the work in again, and hopefully the wheel will turn, and won't be watching it, we'll be playing in it.
Do you feel like you've spun your wheels here a little bit? You're 5 years in, and I guess personally, like you're 5 years in, and you're still trying to rebuild culture, and there's still issues at the club.
As much as probably the perception is, but without dwelling on it too much, I just think, just probably the year that we need to have, and in some instances that's the direction that we're heading, and but I really think next year is just going going to be the one that that everyone's going to be ready. So without looking too far ahead, but we still got a game this week, and that's going to build on our pre-season for next year.
As your body got through this year, you had started, had an amazing first half of the year, and then Robert mentioned a few times that you were someone that, due to the load, you really needed a rest. But
yeah, probably felt, I reckon, the last maybe 4 to 6 weeks. But you just got to keep on tracking. The body's okay. I know Rocket mentioned a few times looking a bit slow, but been doing a bit of extra speed work, so just to try and get that up. But no, it's body's good. So I think it's 2 years in a row now we've been able to play a few games, and it's been pretty good.
Any thoughts on the fines handed out in the final weekend?
What's that?
Any thoughts on the fines handed out over the weekend there?
No, I wasn't in it, so I've got nothing to worry about. I was inside getting stitched up.
Rich, you mentioned Toot before, and the positives that come out of a bad year.
Yep.
I don't think anyone penciled him in as playing every game when he arrived, and suddenly you got an extra option, probably 2 years ahead of time.
Yeah, and that's what when I first got. I didn't know much about Took, and I didn't think he was going to play every game. But to his credit, and it's pretty amazing to get a first year to play every game, especially at this this level. So he's pretty professional, and he does everything that he can to get up. So, but yeah, it's really good. It's another option that we have, and that we didn't think that we were going to have. So, saying that with the injuries and a little bit of form, so it's credit to him.